Welcome back to this Let's Play of Fallout New Vegas. So, last time I was here, I also did a couple things off camera. I've been wandering around enough to get EDE back, upgraded weapons. There's a little more damage. Arcade cannon is here. Just to kind of elaborate on that. So that was EDE's companion quest. Each of companions in the game has their own side quest like that. Ganon as well. He needs to have tallied up certain approval points based on players' actions. I'll be dealing with that to a degree, perhaps soon. First I'm going to deal with the debt collector quest, I think. There's someone around these parts that I can collect a debt from. And I also did some inventory upgrades. I did buy combat armor reinforced Mark II, which is one rank above what I had, the reinforced one. I also got myself the DKS 501 sniper rifle, has bonus critical chance. Uses 556, which I have got tons of. So this is in contrast to the hunting rifle or the sniper rifle from the vanilla game, which use 308. I also bought this P90, which is the weapon to go when it comes to 10mm in Fallout 2. In here, I mean, it's got decent damage, slightly lower than my previous SMG, and a very high fire rate, 50 rounds per magazine. The accuracy isn't perfect though. Sometimes I feel like I'm not hitting my target, nothing's happening. I also bought myself a C4 plastic explosive along with a detonator, just in case, you know. The whole set weighs just a pound anyway. And I bought all that at Gunrunners. And this Solar Scorcher isn't a perfect weapon by any means, but it helps save a little bit of ammo because it has regenerating ammo, and it can just be repaired with laser pistols, some other energy pistols.
Man, can you spare a few caps?
No, in fact I've got quite the something quite of the opposite.
Whoa, yeah. I guess the Garrett sent you after me. Look, I've got the caps right here. Just don't hurt me.
Oh, no one. Oh, that's not enough. Okay. No, it's enough. Well, I did not intend to threaten him or anything. But to be honest, I would like to take the experience.
Okay, here. That's everything I've got except...
No, that's just completely wrong.
I won't. Thanks for not killing me.
No, that's not a very not a massive thing to expect, not killing someone. I guess it's a tough life out in the free side. Also for someone like him. For the time being, I suppose I could. So these kinds of clothing you can run around in faster than in something like combat armor, which is medium armor. And Santiago.
How are you today? Santiago is fabulous.
So
Santiago does not owe anyone. Santiago, he's a free side VIP. Indeed, Santiago is a poet among pretenders. If you're here to collect for the Garretts, Santiago is debt-free. I didn't think she was upset enough to have me killed. Here are the capsule. I do the Santiago act.
You
to get off
owed
paying
something.
for services every once in a while. I didn't think it could possibly get me killed.
you owed something after all, huh? However,
I'm honored they would consider me.
are you?
I'll start immediately.
After I told you Francine put a bounty on your head. And there's a third person. Lady Jane. Apparently she's in free... Now, what do you think is going on here? If you're guessing this is a trap, then you guessed correctly. Stop ducking and standing up, arcade, will you? I guess I'll take that. Sometime back I used my roving trader hat to repair something else by mistake. So now I got it back, I suppose. So I forgot to use my armor, but anyway. Can repair switchblades with knives and even lead pipes. I guess I'll repair the thing that's got the highest value then. Surprisingly, it's the lead pipe. Maybe the lead is of use to somebody.
It can be bought.
Haven't checked Mick and Ralph's inventory in a while. I've got to say. Bugs. Where does he think he's going? To attacking. Well, attacking, that's... I suppose thugs are going to thug. After all. Hey. happened there, but anyway.
Hello there.
Hello. Lovely to meet you. I haven't the time to speak to commoners such as yourself. Hello. In that case, I suppose you're here to collect. I apologize, but I simply do not have enough caps on me to cover the debt. If someone were to recover my caravan from that cave, I could easily pay in full. But who would bother with such a mess?
Could be a trap, but honestly, if it puts a marker on my map, I can go there. Maybe have combat. And I honestly would be interested, but let's use the trick.
Damn. I didn't want to hand over all of my caps because I won't have enough to get home to California. Here, take it all. I'll find my way home one way or another.
250, that's not much. Whoa. She's got a jump. Maybe she'll be able to jump back to California, who knows. However, why don't I continue with this one? One part of this quest remains. Free side. It's kind of like inside Vegas still. I was about to travel to. Well, let's go here. Maybe this will be quicker. Not sure. It's a kind of robotics company building that I need to find. Oh no, I think I need to speak to...
Hey, you're the one who's been going around helping people around here, right? The king says to keep up the good work.
I guess that's for killing thugs and helping those people. The followers of the apocalypse, yes. I do apologize. Wait, what? Whatever, I'll just speak to the people in question.
We've got stuff we're not even allowed to sell, people. Only at Nickel.
So.
Hey, thanks for getting Bill Ronte fixed up. I was really getting sick of paying for water. Now, what can I do for you? Are you some kind of machine fetishist or something? Well, the only place I know of locally would be Cerulean Robotics. That place has been overrun by vermin for years. If you want to check the place out, you can find it on the west side of Freeside. The entrance is on the back side of the building. Just watch out for thugs. The rats aren't the only vermin you need to worry about. Well, I don't know of any, but if you give me a few days and some caps, I think I could probably make one on my terminal.
Maybe?
Alright.
Been helping around the town.
Thanks for stopping in.
Hey, you're the one who's been going
Again?
around helping people.
That didn't take long. Or maybe I took long with everything around here. I think this is a dead end, isn't it? Yup. Brace yourselves for a bit of walking around here. I guess I could show these things a bit.
People only at Mick and Ralph's. If it can be bought, it can be found at
These are the
Mick and
new
Ralph's.
weapons. Oh, you have to go like this. No, ruined store. It's somewhere around here then. Boy, this was a heck of a detour. My goodness. Some physics happened in the background there. That's where the noise came from. Yeah, as you can see, the solar scorcher is pretty spicy. I don't know why the theme from Shady Sands in Fallout 1 is playing here. Doesn't sound to me like this would fit a high-tech place. Terminal access card. I guess that works as a password for the terminal there. If I had to guess. Shitty. Okay. A good place to get some components, crafting components. Honestly, I find these rats kind of endearing in this game, but they are a little in the way.
I'll do my best.
Because we can't be friends. Tons of scrap metal, if you needed that. At least not all of them are immediately aggroed. Okay.
Looks like break time's over.
This is about it, I guess. Yeah, I guess you need the holotape first. Should have taken that into consideration. Now there's going to be a bunch of waiting. If only there was some kind of shortcut around these parts. But no, I don't think so. So let's go to Mick and Ralph's then, and we'll wait. I would pause the recording here if I could. But sadly, NVIDIA GeForce Experience doesn't allow that. You can just stop the recording entirely. But I wouldn't really want to edit those parts together unless my game crashes and I have to do it anyway. So please bear with me.
If it can be bought, it can be found at Nick and Ralph.
Yes, this reloading animation for the solar scorcher doesn't really seem right. But I guess it wasn't supposed to kind of be there. This is supposed to recharge ammo during daytime over time. At any rate, it don't look so good.
Hey, you're the one who's been...
One of these folks again. Okay, something like 24 hours passed.
Man, Jacob's absinthe is phenomenal stuff. I don't think I've slept this well in ages. If you haven't tried it yet, he's been supplying the Wrangler with the stuff. So, what can I get you? Yep, here you go. You'll need to use a terminal to upload the data to the robot. Pleasure doing business with you.
Oh, whoops.
I heard about some things you've done around town. Nice to know someone is helping out for a change. Are they looking to buy guns? Then talk to my...
Right, we've been over this.
Sure, let's see what you've got.
Nope.
Have a look.
So this is his regular inventory. Or is it? Oh, we can buy a bunch of these. What's her name? Sarah, was it? The woman at Vault 21. She buys these. I'll drop some of them off next opportunity I get.
Another Follow me. Like I always say.
I think it's the same inventory though. Just perhaps they made it more convenient at some point with some patch or another. Maybe one of these mods changes this. And now to trudge back to the robotics place. First, there's some combat going on. Okay, return.
Done and done.
Crowbar that was introduced with one of the mods, the classic Fallout weapon.
Mick and Ralph's for all your shopping needs. Come to Mick and Ralph's for all your shopping needs.
I guess sometimes you just gotta walk a few miles. Clear your mind. Patrol the Mojave. Oh, I forgot to tell you, I also picked up apologies for that noise. I also picked up an alien blaster. I was exploring a different alien blaster. One of the ones that you'd see in Fallout 1 or 2. Okay, hollow tape. Fisto.
Fully integrated security technotronic officer, active and
Right.
reporting for duty.
That's it. That's the acronym.
Yes, sir. Fisto reporting for duty. Please assume the position.
How about no?
I am programmed for your pleasure. Please assume the position. Fisto will report to the Atomic Wrangler for further orders. Yes, sir.
Yes. You've got to be very clear with these robots, or else something that you may regret could happen. So, a couple quests to turn in. What should I do after that? Oh, thugs. Well, that whiffed completely on my part.
That prig Penny had it coming.
Hey, chum.
Oh,
Hey, that's great.
also forgot to
We'll
turn
get some
this in.
supplies sent over today as a show of good faith. Once our stills are upgraded, we'll never
Not
be
sure
short
what to
on
think
liquor for
of
our
this,
patrons.
but
If Jacob Hoff is sober, we might even have a few new drinks on tap. Most might view us as drug-dealing enablers around here. But honestly,
That's what I
we
was
care
thinking.
about our patrons. It's bad business for people to get addicted.
I
We've got enough
thought you
crime in Freeside without
thought
a bunch of
otherwise.
strung-out junkies robbing traders and gamblers to afford their next fix.
Anyway, that's the deal done.
Imagine that! What's his name and when's he start? A she, huh? Well, I guess the customer who made that request can't get everything he wants. Hell, who knows? He might not even notice the difference.
Yeah, let's not think too much about that.
For the right...
Oh, whoops, never mind. Just want to turn some quests in.
And who would that be? That honey-mouthed son of a bitch? Fine. At least left to shut up occasionally. Those pretty lips of his are gonna...
Yes, yes, yes.
You did? Ha, damn! I've been looking for one of those for years. For my customers, I mean, I'm not into that kind of shit. Hey, I'm amazed you even found the thing in the first place. Here is double for your trouble. It is? It will? My God, imagine the possibilities. It didn't happen to come with an owner's manual, did it? Ah, forget it.
You're starting to sound like Oliver Swanwick. And allow me to enlighten what happened to him. But here's a level up apparently. I think I've got something to sell. Right, yes. Oh, I picked that up. I'll keep that around.
Give me a shout if you need... With Jacob Hoff sobered up, there are new drinks on the menu and... House may have boxed us out of the strip, but we also don't have to deal with their bullshit. I think now that the followers are working with us, we'll be able to shape up Freeside a bit more.
In the end, I suppose if there's more competition, there could be nicer prices for customers. I just hope there won't be too many new addicts and drunkards. Anyway, 16. Speech was sneak, science. I think I should boost science a bit, maybe. Lockpicks 80, so that with a magazine I can get it up to 100. I suppose not too many of those 100 checks. Checks with 100 level lockpick or any other kind of skill. Not too many. Prepare. A good selection here. Better criticals. Oh, that sounds nice. Good finesse. Right. Yeah, I think I'll take that. I'm also, in general, I'm also considering. What am I considering? Intense training, maybe. Run and gun, maybe. Yeah. Shotgun surgeon, maybe. Toughness. Toughness is good. Stonewall isn't too bad. Getting knocked down later on in the game can be quite a big problem, admittedly. This is pretty convenient. Strong back. This is kind of convenient, although I tend to have enough stim packs and access to beds and whatnot. Tag is basically 15 skill points for the price of a perk. So.
How's it going?
Oh dear. Where is Francine then? I think this isn't her shift. It's during the night. There we go.
Some gamblers came in saying they'd seen you enter the Lucky 38. I have to say, I'm impressed.
Sure.
I don't know of any other living person who's been in there. I don't care how you handled those lumps of human refuse, but that son of a bitch McCaffrey stole a ton of caps and ran off to Vegas. I guess the fact that we farmed out his usual work to you pissed him off. No one steals from the Garrett twins.
No one double crosses Gizmo.
As much as you can,
or
Garrett.
Garrett.
Very well. Good.
Okay, dokie. I forgot about that part of the quest, to be honest. A different kind of debt. Or at least a different kind of collecting. I mean, sure. I'll do that now. Can take just a little shortcut to the gate and have this happen. McCaffrey is just around.
Huh. So the Garretts sent you to track me down. What a joke.
Maybe, but I suppose I don't care for Garrett all that much.
Now why the hell should I do that? You're below me, kid.
Maybe.
I've been killing scum twice your size since before your mother squeezed you out.
Maybe. But it could be more convenient for you.
Well, that sounds like a bit of a bargain. I get to walk free with the Garretts thinking I'm dead. Sure, you can have my hat. I can always buy another with the caps I've got left. It would have been more fun fighting it out, though. See you later, kid.
If you think so.
The Strip's not a bad place if you love terrible things and people. I'll never understand the allure of giving away your money to the rich.
We would see who would win, McCaffrey. So why don't I pay Sarah a visit? Was it Sarah? I apologize for forgetting her name. It's mighty rude, but... Hey? Yes, man? Out here? What's he doing here? Should I check?
Don't you just love that platinum chip? Buzzes with power and possibilities, doesn't it? If I were you, I'd almost want to deliver the chip to Mr. House, just to learn all its tricks. That is, unless you want to bring the NCR or Caesar's Legion to power. I wouldn't want to tell you what to do.
I think I'm up to date with most of that stuff. Yeah, it is Sarah.
Good to see you again. You too? All right. That's... Oh, that makes me so happy.
Okay. I'm glad she didn't take my magical Vault 13 canteen, I suppose. Right, right. Back to the Atomic Wrangler. And then I'd like to travel to a few places. To hopefully increase Arcade Ganon's approval. We will see what we can do about that. Okay.
I hear you've been making a name for yourself on the Strip. Yes! Where's his hat? This is great news. No one screws with the Garrett twins and gets away with it. And for your reward, you can have the corner room, rent-free. It was...
Anything in there? Corner room.
Move along, please.
Toilets. Perhaps some books someone was reading. Oh dear, I got stuck. And they got an actual bath in here. Not an often, also not a frequent sight in the wasteland. Hey? Oh, I guess this is the room. Maybe. All the stuff is owned, though. My bad. I mean, maybe, but... At least you can get the well-rested perk from that.
Just as a warning, my covert bandaging skills are a little rusty.
So, let's go to Repcon HQ first.
What's up? But
He should comment on this place.
I've read about Repcon. I think they did some work with the the government before. Rockets and some energy
The
weapon
government,
programs,
huh? What kind of government? Spill the beans.
Plasma rifles. They were intended to replace the P-94 plasma
Ah,
canister.
yes.
There was some corporate
classic.
espionage going on between Poseidon Energy's project Semele and whatever was going on here. Stop thinking so much. Thanks.
So there's another place I can go to.
I guess that could have gone worse.
It hasn't gone yet. Arcade. Yeah, I've been here before and went a little worse, admittedly. Where? I blame hitting it either on this gun's inaccuracy. Another pair of authority classes. Oh, whatever. Oh, it is a goal. It wasn't exactly brilliant in terms of aiming, but it did the job. Old nuclear test site. Sounds like a lovely place to spend your afternoon. Yeah. Should I go there? Maybe I will at some different point when I've got my radiation suit. Whoa. That got him good. Oh. Here we have some different enemies. Oh boy, there's quite a few of them. I think that may have been a missile. Okay, let's stop fooling around, shall I? Eat this. That's what I was saving up that plasma grenade for. Sorry, pulse. And I don't think I'm done yet. Oh, EDA got knocked down. That's pretty harsh. Hardened, Mr. Gutsy. Wow. I think I did, well, we did well, considering the circumstances. Done and done.
A vertibird. Interesting. It's been a long time since I've seen one of these.
What does anyone know about them? Big flying machines, right? Crazy helicopters. So weird.
Yes, Arcade. There's nothing that you could have possibly known about them apart from that. 4.7mm caseless. A Vindicator minigun. Well, I haven't got much ammo for it. Less than 2 reloads. And it's not in a top condition. But its damage per second is 777. Which is considerable, to say the least. Well, there's the vanilla game. Tesla beaten prototype. Could consider lugging that around as a power weapon, although I got more grenades. Well, the grenade launcher is a little... Well, at least the Tesla gun isn't extremely heavy. Well, what's the damage difference? 58, 47. Well, I'll see. This also does additional 50 damage over time. And it just fires in a straight line as well. More accurate, well, arguably more accurate, and get a better chance to Shoot what you're aiming at. Next, let's go to Camp McCarran. Shall I?
You have to hand it to the NCR. Get enough hands working together and they can make or break just about anything.
I suppose. Haven't properly been in here yet. There are some unowned ammunition boxes around here. Could just take stuff from them. Which is unusual, but I'll take it. A surprise, to be sure, but a welcome one. I hope you're not sick of hearing that quote. Perhaps not from me, but anyway. I think it may have been this way. I wish to speak to Dr. Thomas Hildern, if I may.
Something I can do for you?
Colonel. Sorry, Colonel. Right, this is the lab.
A pleasure to meet you. I'm Dr. Thomas Hildern, Director of Operations, OSI East. I presume you're here about Vault 22? No, they wouldn't have briefed you, would they? Probably better that our junior fellows stay within the bounds of their pay grade anyway. Vault 22. Where to begin?
Well, I'm not really an employee or, you know.
Imagine, if you will, the wasteland in bloom. Vast fields of corn that grow from seeds and produce their bounty in the space of a month. Orchards of trees, their branches weighed halfway to the ground, hung with fat.
I get the picture.
And all this, requiring no more than a few drops of precious water, and the efforts of only a handful.
Sounds a
of
little
human
like
farmers.
the GEC being activated. Get to the point.
Fair enough. My point is this. I believe that the inhabitants of Vault 22 unlock the secrets of vegetative growth.
Judging
Plants
from
are
what's
spilling from
outside it,
no
I
one
haven't
tends
seen
them.
it yet.
No one waters.
Here,
Yet they multiply and spread in
I
all
know.
directions. Find the reason for this miraculous growth, and I... Good. Vaults typically contain a server room on a lower level, where they would have backed up their research data. Download all the information on the central server to your Pip-Boy, and you'll be certain to bring me any notes or samples that you find, won't you?
we will see, unless, you know, if there's something unethical about me doing that, then I won't do it.
I thought it was a fairly straightforward assignment. It's a simple question of retrieving the data. Downloading the data will be handled by your Pip-Boy. The Office of Science and Industry.
Okay.
Suffice to say, we are the leading edge of the NCR. The dam, for instance. OSI routes its energy supply... Directly? No. But we attempt to maximize its output. I also have high hopes for our Helios 1 facility. Unfortunately, I can't say the same for the two scientists who are working there. So far, they've only managed to achieve 1% power output. To be frank, I have no idea. I leave the fighting to Colonel Shu, and I expect him to leave the science to me. Too many people have opinions on things they know nothing about.
Fair
The more
point.
ignorant they are, the more opinions they have.
That is very true. It's unusual for people, at least it's rare for people to admit they don't know something when they really should.
Director of the entire OSI? Me? If I didn't know better, I'd say you were trying to plant seditious ideas in... No. I direct our eastern operations. I've been responsible for squeezing unprecedented levels of power from the dam. I'm guessing it's someone in California.
I'm guessing it's someone in California.
Yes. Not yet, but our government understands the value of proactive thought. Or, for a layman such as yourself, not enough food.
Yeah.
We aid some programs the Republic has sponsored involving sharecropper farms in the area. But those haven't panned out too well from what I hear. There have been complaints about the amount of water we're supplying. But those are just excuses for lack of diligence, I'm sure.
You're not truly sure though, are you? Anything else in this dialogue branch?
Hildern is a good example of big picture obsession gone too far. At some point, he became so fixated on large-scale results that he lost the concept of the common good along the way. It's an inhumane kind of public service when people and the basic resources they need become numbers in a ledger.
I guess he kind of got out of contact with the little people on the ground, like the sharecropper, farmers, and just regular people, maybe from Freeside and so on.
Kind of you to say, but there are better people than me around here. I just hope the followers can make a difference in the long run.
Okay, so then maybe one more thing and we will stop the episode.
Did Dr.
I will.
Hildern, this really isn't any of my business, but did he give you a job?
Kind of.
I shouldn't say anything. I know that. But you're not the first person Hildern sent out to the vault. There were a lot of mercs, one after another. None of them came back. Then about a week ago, there was a scientist, Keeley. She's unusual. Not the sort of person you'd expect, but she's an absolute genius. And he didn't mention her? Not even her name? But now he's hired you, which means one of two things. Either he heard back from Keeley, and she failed, or he's given up on her. Listen, I make a fair wage, but I'm not rich. Not by any means. Maybe my kind of money wouldn't appeal to your average merc, but I'm willing to pay you if you'll find Keeley and make sure she's safe.
I understand.
I had a good feeling about you. Moment you walked in. I mean it. Keeley's brilliant, an absolute genius. She plays at being mean, but it's all a front. When you've lived as long as she has, you get defensive around new people. Who wants to make a friend when you know you'll outlive them? I couldn't get her to say, but she talked about the war. So I'm guessing pretty old.
She's a ghoul.
Like a Brahmin and a Deathclaw.
Right, that's predictable.
She says he's more politician than scientist. And Hildern hates Keeley because, well, because every time they meet, she makes him look like an ass. The director? He's not what you'd call warm. Most of the time, I focus on the science and try to forget him.
Right. Oh, does he?
He sure does. Everyone knows it.
Now that's a bummer, to say the least.
Taking credit for other people's work is one thing. Sending people to die in the waste is another.
Well, I
if
suppose.
Hildern tries to recruit any more mercs, I'm gonna warn them. What can he do to me? I'm the only one who can run this lab.
Right.
My father used to say good things about them, but that was years ago. Nowadays, they've changed. They're doing what they can to discredit the NCR. Dr. Hildern trained with them years ago. Head researcher.
I hear the food around here is pretty bad.
It's foul, to tell the truth. Most people try
You
to get
agree.
what they can from the outside, even if it's just a smuggled candy bar now and then. Contreras is a genius. He can find almost anything you'd want. Takes caps to get him motivated, though. He won't do a thing for free.
He's what you'd call a merchant, I suppose. One of those merchant types. Anyway, I got what I wanted here. Okay, let's visit one more place. You get a certain quest started. And you wanted me to do combat, so yeah, like this.
This is a restricted area. Your being here is a start, soldier. We aren't exactly overflowing with troopers here. But if you really want to help us, talk to the idiot with sunglasses in the back of the plant building. He's been trying to get this place running for months and hasn't made any forward progress. There should, but we're not getting much power out of it, so none of our enemies have big interest in it either. Not like Hoover Dam, anyway.
I guess.
We had a real fighting force here just long enough to take it from the Brotherhood of Steel. Caesar's Legion sends skirmishers every so often. Damned if I know. They held out as long as they could. They had some of the plant.
They were here for a reason.
I ask myself the same question all the time. Hell, if we lose the dam to the Legion, this little plant may be our last stand.
Righto. Archimedes testing. Sounds precarious. Communism in general, blah blah blah. Yep. Bureaucracy. Ah, and this is an interesting thing about how much of your work you should be bringing home, if at all. Especially in such a sensitive line of work, I suppose. Okay, enough.
This chain link fence perimeter is worth it.
Okay, can just take that for free.
You might as well be defending a cage from the inside.
Why not? Some stuff which is just up for grabs. Shush. Why is that making noise? Right, I think this just goes round. Does it? Oh no. This place is fairly maze-like. And here we have Mr. Fabulous.
I'll do my best.
Who the hell are you? They bring you in to replace me? They're replacing me, aren't they?
That's right. I'm here for your job.
Ah, shit. Shit, man. I need this. Gotta pay the bills. And I'm addicted to a lot of different kinds of chems. I mean a lot.
Sure, I'm glad you're telling me all this. Attack. This is an experience.
Oh man, How am I supposed to buy chems now? Fine, here.
Maybe it will help you kick your addiction.
What else? I'm in charge. This whole operation depends on me. No fantastic, no power. Got the whole NCR suckling my teats, and it feels so good.
I'm sure you couldn't have used different wording to say that.
Fuck, man. Everything. I push buttons, I turn dials, I read numbers. Sometimes I make up little stories in my head about what the numbers mean. Like one time I imagined they were a code to get into a vault full of naked women.
Right. I have an idea of what you do here and who you are.
It was easy, man. They were going door to door asking if anyone knew any scientists. I said look no further. They asked me if I knew anything about power plants. I said as much as anyone I had ever met. They asked me how well I understood theoretical physics. I said I had a theoretical degree in physics. They said welcome aboard.
Right.
Well, see, we're getting power because the guy running this place is fantastic. But the mirrors outside aren't aimed right, so we're running at 1% efficiency. And I guess that just isn't good enough for some assholes. Trouble is, most of the controls for this place aren't here. They're in the tower. And that place has some crazy pre-war security system that the dumb shit NCR set off when they took over. Killed 2 guys. Now they won't go near it. They want me to make an omelet, but I can't break any of their eggs. There's these 2 terminals outside. They control the mirrors. I tried fooling with them, but didn't get very far. You'd have to get them to talk to the mainframe up in the tower, then do the rest from up there. I'm guessing, but it sounds good, right? Hey, you're not thinking about going up there, are you?
We will see.
Well, hey, if you find yourself up at the mainframe, do yourself a favor and make sure you send the power to the right place. It needs to go to the Strip and McCarran.
In case it's not obvious, I think you should redirect the power to Freeside and Outer Vegas. NCR troops control Hoover Dam. Why do they need more power? That's a valid point. I'm not really behind the NCR in all of this, but the last thing I want is panic in the streets.
Right. Yep. So on this quest, not sure if I'll be doing straight away, but definitely not right now. So let me just check up on how many approval points I've got from. Well, they translate to. Well, not necessarily. They are gained from when Arcade Gannon over there initiates dialogue with situations like that. With some of these interactions, you can get 2 points, like the option I chose at Camp McCarran. So there's 1 here, 2 at Camp McCarran, and additional 2 for those other locations. So I think I should be good with this. Alright. I guess I can stick around for a bit more. And okay, there's another scientist around.
It's unusual to see a new face here. Are you a soldier or a scientist? I see. Then you must have some special business here for them to have let you through. Interesting. Forgive me for prying, but I'm curious. Are you with a particular group? Very well, yes. I'm part of the followers of the apocalypse. If you're not familiar, we seek peace and the spread of knowledge. Knowledge that must never be lost.
Maybe you knew Arcade.
Now your turn. That's reassuring. Although many who've made that claim to the followers of the apocalypse over the years have had less than pure intentions. But if it's really as you say, then take my advice. This installation carries with it dangers that no one here has realized. Take care what you do here, and who you listen to.
As I suppose you should watch people's actions and their consequences more than just their words. Good point.
Then I would say do it. As long as the power of this plant is committed to the regional grid and not to a weapon, we are safe. If you're the one to restore output, then you can route the power where you choose, and they'll never be the wiser. I can't get you past the security in the tower, but I can be of some help. I've discovered a password for one of the mirror control terminals outside. You'll need it.
Cheers.
I'm a man of letters. I'd be torn to pieces by the security system they have in that tower. I'd never reach the mainframe. But eventually, the NCR will. Or if not them, Caesar's Legion. They will use this place for war. Because the possibility exists you might do anything else, you're the only choice I have. Oh, the NCR has their own designs for it, no doubt, but resist the urge to send it only to the thriving communities. The need for power is great everywhere. Distributing it evenly is the most rational and humane choice.
That's actually an excellent point, even in real life, so to speak. Much could be changed with access to cheap, efficient, high quality, at least cheap power for just the little people on the ground. Actually power to the people, so to speak. That's one of the ways to get people out of poverty, and even if you're extremely like conceited or self-centered, you would want to go for things to go in that direction, so that it's just those people produce and provide more just out of their own possibilities and capabilities, which is a benefit to everyone.
I don't entirely know. Our records on the company that built this place suggest that their dealings were not only in energy, but also in weapons. And I've seen equipment here marked with symbols used by the pre-war military. A code word comes up repeatedly in the papers I've looked through here. Archimedes. Yes. A weapon based upon it would be catastrophic. It's no wonder the Brotherhood wouldn't give it up.
Right.
They weren't here for me to ask, but I doubt they were here for electricity. When the NCR first came here, it was under Brotherhood control. The Brotherhood's interest in pre-war technology has always been in weapons. Not yet. By some miracle, they've hired an imbecile to try and decipher the systems here. He spent months working at one console trying to get the solar reflectors to track the sun. What he doesn't know is that the only thing the console controls is the plant's intercom system. I tried to tell him, but he insisted that the largest console had to be the most important. Still, it's only a matter of time.
Right, that's enough, I think. So, yes.
Hey, man.
I'll see what I continue with next. Maybe this quest, maybe come fly with me at a Repcon test site. No. But this should conclude things for a while. At least some time. So, let's finish here. Thank you for watching. And I hope you stick around. to see what happens next. Take care and goodbye.